every time I see people talk about how they are like too ugly or too fat or too whatever, there's always this voice in the back of my head where I'm like, that's actually not your problem. You're not this hideous gremlin that needs to put tens of thousands of dollars into surgery to look different. Mm-hmm. Your problem is that you are completely and utterly swagless.
Dude, where are you? Pick up your phone. I'm going to a summer party tonight, and you're obviously invited, so call me back. Okay, I love you. Bye.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to Emotionally Online, the weekly summer party for spilling guts and sharing secrets, hosted by yours truly, the one and only Maddie Drossbeck. Back again. Top of the month, we have the one and only Meg Ruocco, everybody.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Right now, Meg has Mango adorably sitting on her lap because Mango, as you know, loves denim.
Yeah.
It's her favorite fabric. And honestly, Mango is having the best day of her summer right now on like what is arguably the last day of summer.
Yeah.
Because Sidestep got adopted this morning and Mango was so ready for her to get the fuck out of here. I gotta be honest.
That was my question. Like, my question actually was, is Mango really sad that her like little friend is gone?
She's been sad about some of them. Sidestep is not going to be one of them though.
Were they ops?
Sidestep was Mango's op.
Whoa.
For sure.
Whoa.
Sidestep loved Mango. Mango did not love Sidestep.
That's really sad.
Because Sidestep wanted violence constantly.
Okay.
Mango would like start grooming her and want to cuddle with her, and Sidestep would bite her every single time and would try to start wrestling, and Mango wants nothing to do with that. She only wants the sweetness.
She's a lover girl.
Yeah. She'll play a little bit, but again, even with the playing, she's down to sometimes wrestle and like chase, but the biting she hates. And like I loved Sidestep. I cried when she left, but the two of them just did not vibe together.
Yeah.
So
well, it's her little castle.
So she's having the best day of her life right now.
Yeah. It's all happening. And I did this for her. I wore the denim for her. I said, I know today's a big day.
And it is.
Yeah.
Literally, how opportune.
Mm-hmm. We're kicking off fall in a big way.
No, literally, for many reasons. Mm-hmm. You're moving.
Dude.
Within New York.
Within New York.
Meg's not leaving me.
I'm moving to Ohio. No offense to anybody in Ohio. Midwest, rise up. I'm moving. It all happened so fast, as I feel like everything in like moving in New York just happened so fast.
Yeah.
Where it's like you're waiting, and then all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, it's all happening right now.
Yeah.
But no, for those of you who don't know, I, for the past 6 years, basically have been living with 3 straight men.
Which is crazy.
Insane. I don't know.
Which is cuckoo bananas.
I don't know. Here's the thing is like looking back, now that I am going to be living alone, because I am moving into an apartment where I will be living alone, thank God, dreams do come true. I keep being like, I don't really know how I did the past like 6 years, but also living with them has been like so fun. It's been such a fun experience. I've like loved hanging out with them. They are just like some of the funniest people in the world. Kind of indoor cat vibes. Like really, really. Actually yesterday, a few of my friends and I, we were like the most hungover we've been. Yesterday, I was the most hungover I've been in, I want to say like 5 years. I don't really know what happened Saturday night, but something occurred.
Something did.
Where I was at my friend's birthday party and the clock, and it was like so normal style. Everyone was having a good time. We were all being like very low key, chilling. And then the clock struck midnight and like something happened where we turned into gremlins. Like, people were ripping shots and like going to the
what
bathroom.
Kind of alcohol are we talking about here?
Anything, like
everything, even.
anything and everything.
Okay. A buzz ball, maybe.
Yeah, a buzz ball. we were getting buzzy with it. We went back to my house, slept there. I ordered Taco Bell, fell asleep before it got to my house, woke up to like 15 missed calls from a phone number from South Carolina. I was like, who the hell was calling me? Indignant. Then I realized it, in fact, was the Taco Bell that I ordered and then passed out.
It was Taco Bell headquarters, actually.
Yeah.
They went straight to the top and reported you.
They called Mr. Bell himself and they said, we have an issue. I fully like went to sleep in the nude, slept in the same bed as my friend, fully slept in the nude.
It happens.
Couldn't be bothered to put on pajamas. I woke up, looked down at myself. I went, what
Hey,
the hell?
Hey, what the hell?
Hey, what's this? Hey, sorry. Turned to my friend. I said, sorry about that. She's a nurse. She went, I don't give a fuck.
That's totally fine, actually.
She was like, I actually don't give a fuck. Woke up cripplingly hungover, so hungover. It was really, really bad. And then went downstairs, was with my friends for the rest of the day, just sitting in what we were calling the salon of ideas, which was my living room, having ice cold Coca-Colas and coffee and water interchangeably. And the entire time, one of my roommates was just kind of like puttering around in the kitchen, making a sandwich, eating coffee or drinking coffee,
Eating coffee. Famously one of the best things to do.
Whatever. Sometimes I say stuff wrong. Drinking coffee. He like had his headphones in listening to a podcast. And at one point, one of my friends looks over and she's just like, he's just like here, isn't he? And I was like, yeah, like this is what it's like.
Here he is.
Having roommates. Here's Josh.
Hey, there's a guy who lives here. What the hell?
I don't know who he is. He doesn't make a mess. He's really quiet but once you get to know him, he's funny for real. Like exactly
TBH,
what it's like.
you a real one.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to miss them. The era of men is over. The dawn of women rise.
No, this is big.
It's going to be big. Living by myself.
Incredible.
Rent stabilized apartment.
Yeah, that's very lucky. Life lines up.
Life lines up.
It just
dude.
starts happening.
It's falling into place. Yeah.
I'm loving this.
Things felt very like stagnant and unknown for a while. And I truly, in every single like therapy session that I had, the theme of every single one was me being like, I just want some sort of stability and some sort of like feeling like I can breathe and like relax a little bit. And then all of a sudden, like, got a job, got this apartment. It's all
what's next?
What's next? Love.
Hey, just throwing it out there.
It's just kind of a classic like pillar of life that we all think could be.
Whoever's listening up there.
Could be.
If you were thinking of what else to throw me next.
Could be interesting. I'm just saying I have a lot of other things already kind of lined up. So
in the story of life, come on.
Narratively,
it would be good.
It tracks.
Right now.
It tracks. Yeah. So it was a little crazy making that decision to move in like the span of a couple weeks, but now here we are. Technically, today is my technically first day that I can actually go into the apartment. It's mine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty big. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you.
How long have you lived alone now?
4.5 years.
Okay. Yeah.
And I would never go back.
Yeah.
This year I said the only chance that anyone would ever have there's one person on earth who could convince me to live with someone, and that person is my sister.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like you and Morgan.
If my sister ever was like, I want to move to New York, but I can't afford to live alone, or I don't want to live alone, can I live with you? I would say,
fine.
You know what? Let's do it.
Yeah.
But she is literally the only person on earth that I would sacrifice my solitude for.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
No man in the future ever. I think the longer I live by myself, the more I'm like, who would ever want to get rid of this?
Yeah.
And I think about it truly all the time, because I feel like I still feel such a pressure to adhere to like typical life goals and aspirations sometimes.
Totally.
The like vision of, I don't want kids, but I still want to be married. I see myself with like one person long term. I don't want to live with that person, though. I really don't. And I sometimes I'm like, maybe for a while I was like, maybe I'll feel differently. But then I'm like, actually, why? You could just take off one point of conflict off the list of things you have to deal with each other completely.
Yeah.
Why not?
I think if it works for you, it works for you.
We could be neighbors.
It has been really funny because I, of course, know all of my roommates' girlfriends quite well. And now, you know, 2 of them will be moving in with my roommates.
Yeah.
And my roommates every once in a while will be like, oh, you gonna miss watching the Red Zone on Sundays? Because that's what they watch every single Sunday for 9 hours. It's like 8. It's like they go to the Octo screen and it's 8 games of football at once. And I was talking to one of my roommates' girlfriends the other day, and I was like, "You excited for the Red Zone?" And they were like, "I will be coming over to your apartment on Sundays." And I was like, yeah, no, at my apartment, it's going to be Vanderpump Rules.
Right.
It's going to be reruns of Parks and Rec.
Completely.
It's going to be When Harry Met Sally.
Completely.
I'm never having to watch another sports game in my life. I will be a happy woman. And like, I know they are excited to move in with their boyfriends.
Totally.
But I think it's kind of like in that episode of Friends where like Monica and Chandler are moving in with each other, and Monica's like, I have to live with a boy, and she like bursts into tears.
Also, like, not to be a hater, but like,
no, go on, do it.
When a woman tells me that she is like moving out on her own for the first time, living completely alone, I'm like, you're gonna have the best time of your life, queen. I'm like, yeah, one of us. Like, I just start feeling like a rush of excitement on her behalf. But when a woman tells me she's moving in with her boyfriend, I'm like, oh, good luck, sister.
Right.
Or I'm just like, that is exciting for your mom to hear, probably.
Yes.
Your parents probably love that.
Yes.
Me, on the other hand, I'm feeling very bad for you, queen.
Well, it's one of those things where I'm like, wow, you must really love that guy.
Right.
Because I've lived with these little clowns.
Totally.
Who I love for so many years now. I'm like,
with
okay.
peace and love.
With peace and love.
Living with a man sounds like something they'd do to me if I went to prison. Like, why would I deserve that?
They specifically would not put you in a women's prison.
They would make me live with a man.
Yes.
That is her prison.
It's like a really nice apartment. It's like just some
You're like,
dude.
just move in. I'm like, no,
I can't. Not with Mark. What? He's a consultant at KPMG? No. Just some dude in a Patagonia vest.
No, that is my worst nightmare. It really is.
It really, I mean, again, it's like, because all of my like women friends, except for one, live alone. Mm-hmm. And watching all of you guys like living by yourselves, it feels like the Squidward meme where he's like looking outside and like watching SpongeBob and Patrick play, and he's like in his house, like so sad. That is exactly how it's felt, where I'm like, I want that. I want that so bad. And I ended up getting real. I will say I have been very lucky with New York apartments in a way that I feel like a lot of people do not have that experience. I pretty much have lucked out every single time. And I think I truly do feel that so much of apartment hunting in New York is like, you gotta kind of Mr. Miyagi, let your intuition guide you, and you can't force it.
Yeah.
You really can't. I mean, one of my roommates was telling me the other day that he and his girlfriend went to go look at an apartment, and there was like a line around the block.
That's crazy. If I ever saw that, I would just go home.
I think I would too.
I'd be like, actually, I don't want this.
I don't want it that bad.
If I have to compete for it, it's not for me. I feel that way about most things, actually.
And I think you're dead on. The apartment that you will end up with, it will choose you.
Right.
Well, and it's so weird too, because I found that when my friend sent me this apartment, it was on, hot tip for those out there looking for New York apartments, it's on this site called the Listings Project, which they'll list apartments where you can actually do a lot of like lease takeovers and stuff. So they're not like listed on Street Easy or Zillow or anything. And that was how I found this place. And I reached out to the person who listed it. She didn't email me back. I went to go check on the listing a couple days later. It was gone. And I was like, damn. I was like, all right, well, that stinks. But like, you can't ever get too attached to any one apartment in New York, blah, blah, blah. And then I had this thing where I was like, I'm just going to follow up with her one more time. Like maybe she just missed my email. I emailed her over the weekend, whatever. Followed up with her one more time. Sure enough, I think I was the only person who reached out to her about it. She was like, yeah, sounds good. Do you want to come see it tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Please, actually.
Please. I can't wait.
What's better than this?
Literally nothing. I'm going to adopt a cat. Mm-hmm. Big things are coming.
No, that'll be so good.
I'm really, really pumped.
And in many ways, big ways have already came. Hello? Big things.
I've already came.
Big things have already came. The second you started watching Vanderpump Rules, actually.
Okay. And
When
this
you
is
told
what
me-
we really do need to talk. And this is what we really do need to get
Megan,
into.
the second that I learned you were watching Vanderpump, I was like, these are the best days of my life. Like I am locked into this journey you're about to go on. I'm rounding out the end of my journey. I just finished season 10. So I have one season left.
Yes, I haven't been like reading through all of your stories
Completely.
that you've been posting because I want to like
Live it.
I want to live it. I obviously know that like Scandival is big thing.
It started for me last night.
Right.
So I am
So you're
just now
in
in it.
Okay.
Because it's like the last episode of season 10 and then the 3 reunion episodes for season 10.
Yeah.
Which I watched last night and this morning. And you're sort of seeing it because you know it's about to happen. So all of season 10, there's like little moments where you're like, wait a minute.
What's that? Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I've seen the like bombshell episodes and then season 11 is the aftermath.
Yeah. And I still don't know like all the details.
Yeah.
Which I'll be refraining from until I get there.
Mm-hmm.
I've just started season 3.
Okay. Great place to be.
Yeah. Season one I was like, haha, this show is like kind of silly, funny, like, okay, whatever. Season 2,
You're really getting into it now.
I could not believe my eyes and ears. At every turn, everyone is making the worst decisions of their lives. Mm-hmm. Everyone is lying like it's breathing.
No, it's impressive.
And it's kind of incredible because it's like you can't tell when people are lying or not.
It's so
and
good.
It's so hard to like believe anyone for anything at any time because anyone is just saying anything.
Let's cast 12 cheaters on one reality TV series and see what happens.
It is insane. And it was also the season that confirmed for me, again, I don't know what happens in later seasons. I don't know, like right now Stassi like left, but she's coming back. I don't know, whatever. It confirmed for me a couple things. Number one, I clocked from season 1 that Kristen wanted to kill Stassi and wear her skin.
Yeah.
I don't know if that changes, but like in season 2, as things are revealed and as like, you know, cheating allegations are come up and whatever, I'm like, Kristen wants to be Stassi. Mm-hmm. I also do believe that Kristen is gay.
Okay, loving this allegation.
These are the theories.
So
I texted
funny.
Maddie about this the other day and I said, remind me to tell you why I think Kristen is gay later. Also, I do believe that Tom Sandoval is also gay.
Tom Sandoval is gay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm watching him and I'm like, first of all, you love doing Sheena's little dance to make fun of her.
Yeah.
You're doing it a little
No,
too well.
totally.
I was talking to my sister about it because she's also Vanderpump Rules obsessed. And she goes, yeah, any man who shaves his forehead.
Awesome. Awesome, by the way.
Amazing. By the way, amazing. They intro that in season 1, like episode 1, I think. Incredible. And it's so... Also, Jax is a sociopath.
Oh, 100%. He is like...
He made me... I looked up sociopath versus psychopath after watching an episode of his. Because there is one episode in season 2 where everyone is like, Jax, you are hurting all these people and you don't feel any remorse. And he's like, crazy, right?
I saw saw a TikTok at some point. I guess you know how they have the Valley now.
Yes.
Which
and he got kicked off of that, didn't he?
as of
He was
recently.
so horrible.
Yes, I haven't. I'm planning on watching that immediately after Vanderpump.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably go on to watching Housewives after this. I'm like deep in Bravo now.
Yeah.
But I saw a TikTok that someone made recently. They were referencing stuff that happened on the Valley, but this has been long-standing patterns in Jax Taylor's personal history.
Yes.
But they were saying that he was showing all the signs of becoming a family annihilator, which is crazy.
Sorry. That is a term I've never heard before. What the hell is that?
And they walked through like all the evidence of him at some point showing the signs of someone that could kill his wife and children.
I actually literally wouldn't put it past him.
I know. Well, the second I saw it, I was like, actually, you don't even need to show me evidence, babe. You actually don't even need to back up your argument.
You don't need to prove it.
You said your opening argument, and I said, you know what? Yeah.
I'm on board.
I could see that guy doing that.
I'm 100% on board.
Why not?
He genuinely, the way he moves through life, I want to study him like I'm a Jane Goodall and he's a bonobo. Like he is so
he's a bonobo.
and I do. He's so fascinating to me, but he's awful. The latest is that he recently is getting his Stassi tattoo covered up, which he got while they were broken up.
Right, which is crazy.
And while he's getting the Stassi tattoo covered up, he then reveals that he, in fact, has already gotten another tattoo of another woman that he's not even dating exclusively.
Yeah.
Carmen.
He's awesome.
So he... It is like so unreal.
Yeah. Have you met Brittany yet?
Is that who one of the women he's dating right now?
At like the same time as Carmen, he's also dating Brittany.
Yes. Brittany, and I think he like vaguely, he was like, oh yeah, she's graduating from college. She had like finals in an episode. He's like fully a 34-year-old man.
He is really something.
He is like scary. He's like a man. He's like someone who, if I met him in real life, I would be like afraid of him.
No,
he has like shark eyes.
He's on like Cameo and shit.
Yeah.
I would be afraid to request a cameo from that man.
Yeah.
Like even interacting with him digitally feels like a threat.
No, it's like really frightening.
Like he is a scary
He's a
person.
scary dude. Like they're all really, really shitty. But he
is different.
He's on another level.
He's somehow different than all of them.
Yes.
Which is saying a lot because they're all pretty
bad.
scary.
Yes.
Tom Sandoval comes close, but even still, he's not quite Jax.
You know who I weirdly kind of love and I'm like into a little bit, even though he's like such a loser? Tom Schwartz.
I knew you were going to say that.
He's such a loser, but I'm like so obsessed with him.
I am interested to see how your opinion of him shifts through the series.
I'm sure it will, because right now there's something about him where I'm like, God, you're such a loser.
I know.
I also do believe
in the early seasons he really is like he's
like
just kind of
like a lackey.
Yeah, completely. He's kind of, but him and Tom Sandoval both are in the early seasons. Like they're both kind of pathetic.
Yes.
And just kind of like laughable.
Yes.
But Schwartz is like so willingly the sidekick to anybody.
100%.
Which is like interesting. And I felt the same way about Katie in the early seasons too.
Yeah.
I was so bothered how she never had her own opinion and it was always just deferred to whatever Stassi said.
Yep.
Like she was so ready, willing, and able to be Stassi's sidekick. And I felt like Schwartz was the same with Tom Sandoval. But Katie gets better with that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Katie does because I have looked at her Instagram now and like what she looks like in her vibe now. And I'm like,
big change.
Okay,
from
big
those early
change.
seasons.
So I want to know where that change comes from and how that happens.
I did the same thing when I was in the early seasons
Yeah.
because she's just like, in the early seasons, her and Tom Schwartz's vibe is almost like, it almost smells sticky to me.
Yes.
Like their whole relationship, just everything about them feels like it was ripped out of the back corner section of a Home Goods that nobody was interested in.
100%.
Like it's the way they speak to each other, their home decor.
Yeah.
It's like dripping, like sticky dripping in millennialisms.
Yep.
Sheena's really bad with this too.
Okay,
but
yeah.
Katie and Schwartz, I was always bothered by it with them where I was like, you guys are corny.
Yeah.
Like corny.
They are corny. They're so corny, and it's like it's something that to me I feel like I horseshoe back around to being like, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, that's what Sheena does to me, where she's like such a millennial and the things that she says and does, like with the "it's all happening" with her fucking arm
just got
tattoo.
to the "it's all happening." Just got to that tattoo.
Time, like the "Good as Gold" of it all, the whole "Good as Gold" release and like the little party she did with the other songs she did.
Yes,
girl, I wanna be like the whole thing. I was like, this is crazy, but she's selling me on it.
I kind of love it.
You know what? Hell yeah.
I love someone who has like literally no shame at all and is just like so cringy and is like, that's just kind of who they are.
She takes it there.
And I love that. Yeah, I think I was like particularly endeared to Tom Schwartz after he had exactly one conversation with Lisa Vanderpump. And he was like, she's so scary. I think I'm really into her.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, if Lisa told me to leave Katie tomorrow, I would.
Yeah,
I would actually.
I was like, you're such a loser. It's amazing.
I know. Yeah.
And yeah, I'm interested to see like what his whole like deal becomes. Mm-hmm. And yet, if I was 22 years old, I would be doing everything in my power to sleep with that man.
Which is so funny.
Hey, I can't explain it. I can't explain it, but there is something to me that guy he's just like so he's so aimless. Like he has so nothing going for him, and I'm just like eating that up. I'm absolutely eating that up. I also did want to mention, because we're introduced to a couple new characters in season 3, namely James.
Yeah.
22-year-old British James who owns a Beamer and works as a busser. Sir.
Aspiring DJ.
DJ James. His hair is higher than the heavens.
So you just were introduced to him?
Was just introduced to James.
So you don't even know all of the joy he's about to bring this show.
The latest thing that happened is that he and Tom Sandoval got into a big knockdown, drag out fight at a bar. Okay. At a bar that looked to be pretty much empty. And I think it, like, when they got into this massive fight, it looked like it was about 8:30 in the evening. Like, it was not, didn't look like it was late. Didn't look like there were many people in the bar at all. And yet James and Tom got into this big fight. Glass shattered, got into Sheena's foot. Things are always happening with Sheena's
remembering this.
Various ailments. She's always got something going on.
Loving that crazy girl.
Have you
got to her
crazy.
wedding yet or no?
No, so she is engaged. Okay. And I do believe that the wedding is coming up.
Yeah.
And of course, I did look on Instagram to see if they're still married. They are not. Kind of obsessed with her fiance, who's like the most nothing burger person in the world.
Shay.
Yeah,
I know. He's so confusing.
I love Sheena talking about her relationship, because everything that she talks about in her relationship has nothing to do with him at all.
Honestly, like I could do... I keep saying that when I finish watching Vanderpump, give me like 6 months and then I'm starting a Vanderpump rewatch podcast where I watch the whole thing from the beginning again and exclusively talk about Vanderpump.
And I would be on it, and I would want to talk about it.
It literally, I the whole time I've been watching this, I'm like, I have 100 things to say.
Yeah.
I feel like I could literally do an entire episode just on Sheena and her like hyper dependence on the opinions of random ass men.
Yes.
I could do a whole episode talking about it.
Yeah. I'm in on the Vanderpump rewatch podcast.
It could be very fun.
It could be really fun.
It could be very fun.
It could be very fun, and I would absolutely want to talk about it, because truly, I don't feel, when I am watching that show, I don't feel like I'm watching a show. I feel like I am conducting an anthropological study. Yes. I feel like it's also such a relic of that era.
I know.
Too. It's such a relic of like 2010s, 2013, 2015. Like, that is such a particular element to it as well. And all the people are so twisted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in.
Sheena and Shay's relationship, I mean,
obsessed with it.
I feel like almost all of Sheena's relationships have similar elements.
Yeah.
But it's like she can find the smallest thing to be like, and this is so impressive.
Yeah.
Like at some point she's talking about how fast he can hang up a TV. He can mount a TV in like 14 minutes flat. And I'm like, that is the thing that she sells herself on in these men, where she's like, well, all these other things, let me forget about, because he can mount a TV in 14 minutes.
There's something so beautiful about that. Yeah. There's something so beautiful about Sheena. And it's amazing to watch because, yeah, she's like convincing herself that she's so excited about marrying this nothing burger man.
Yeah.
And every single time she talks about it, she's like, and I've got the ring, and we're going to get the dress, and we're going to get flowers. And I'm like, what about the guy?
It's simply a checklist to her.
It's just a checklist. It is. And it's fascinating to me because it's like, there are so many people who are like that, who do just kind of checklist their way through life. And then they end up, married and in the life that they wanted for themselves. And then they're like, wait, what the hell? Who the hell is this guy? Yeah. And it is just so amazing. It's amazing also to watch how little Shay brings to the table.
I know.
Like as a person. And again, I know that these are all real people. Like, sorry, but also.
And also you're a reality TV star.
You're a reality TV star. Like you're putting yourself out into the world. It's also fascinating in this season, and perhaps we should move on at some point to talk about like real things, but whatever. But we're here. But we're here right now. It's also so fascinating to me watching them like the rise in the popularity of Twitter and how they start talking about themselves and each other in the show in relation to how people are talking about them on Twitter.
It's so interesting.
It's like it's so fascinating because I'm like, they're in it at the start of social media becoming popular and people engaging with reality TV vis-a-vis social media.
Yeah.
That's like, they were like patient zero for that. It's wild to watch.
Incredible.
They're like, Lady Gaga tweeted you.
Yeah.
and the tweet is like, Kristen, you're fucking insane. And Kristen's like, yeah, it was pretty exciting that Lady Gaga tweeted me.
Pretty amazing.
And it's like, okay.
Lady Gaga is a huge fan of Vanderpump.
That's really important.
Putting all of those pieces together was major for me.
Yeah.
And even like at the SNL party that I went to, Sheena was at that SNL party.
Did you get to talk to her? Did she sing Good as Gold?
I wish that I had watched Vanderpump before that, because Sheena and Gaga met at the after party for SNL.
Okay.
So there was all these photos of them in the room. And when I went home and saw those photos, I was like, those photos are being taken like no more than 15 feet away from me.
History was being made.
And I didn't even know.
You were in the room where it happened.
Oh my God.
But you were not looking. Your eyes were closed.
Literally, my eyes were sewed shut.
Yeah.
I was like Coraline.
Yeah, you were Coraline.
I had beads for eyes.
You were Coraline in a production of
Buttons.
Hamilton. And unfortunately,
it's like, what the hell?
I couldn't make it work.
That's why I wish I had known.
Yeah.
But yeah, watching Vanderpump and getting to understand Lady Gaga deeper as a result of that has been huge for me as a little monster.
Hey, pause up. I know so little about Lady Gaga, but pause up,
Do
little
those
monsters.
paws.
Yeah, do those paws.
I've always said that for this week.
Yeah? Okay.
This one I was thinking about this morning. Just because in the era of the worlds that we're in, with more and more people feeling emboldened to have like the shittiest body image takes that you could possibly come up with.
Yeah.
Hyper criticize themselves, other people, point out all these things about themselves and their bodies that need to be fixed, whether it's via a GLP-1, surgery, Botox, whatever it is. These like little things that people are very comfortable pointing out at this point in time. Every time I see people talk about how they are like too ugly or too fat or too whatever, there's always this voice in the back of my head where I'm like, that's actually not your problem. You're not this hideous gremlin that needs to put tens of thousands of dollars into surgery to look different. Your problem is that you are completely and utterly swagless. We are in a swag recession, if you will, a swag recession.
Yeah.
And I feel like so many people think that they can make themselves cooler, hotter, more appealing by funneling tens of thousands of dollars into changing themselves, when really the problem is not that there is something inherently wrong with your physical body. It's that you have no fucking swag.
Yeah.
You have no style. You have no individual perspective on the world, on how to present yourself, no opinions. You are such a like blank slate of a person that is molded by everything around you. You have no fucking swag. And that is what makes you so undesirable.
Yeah.
Actually, it's just that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck, you guys. You are swagless. That's the problem. You're not too fat. You're not too ugly. You're not too anything. You are swagless.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's always been the problem.
You're bang on with that. I am so aligned with this so hard, because the thing is like finding, retaining, cultivating swag, cultivating charisma. It takes time. It takes like looking inwards. It takes figuring out who you are and what it is that you like and what you like to read and what you like to consume and blah, blah, blah. And as someone who I think I acquired my swag, if I do say so myself, like within recent years, I would say. I think like once I moved to New York, I was on that journey.
Swag nailed.
Swag nailed. Swag, we're on the path. I am the same size, have the same face, same whole physicality that I have had basically since I was 13 years old. Like I was 5'9" in 7th grade. It was really awesome. Every single boy wanted to kiss me on the mouth. I have like always been tall, always been fat. That has always been my thing. The way in which it all changed for me once I was cultivating my swag. Like
Completely.
it's so, and I think that this can be discovered even in kind of micro experiences that we have, where like I find more and more that when I go out at night and I'm like going out with the girls, or I'm going out for drink, whatever, wherever I'm going out to a bar, blah, blah, blah. If I look like a little shitty, but it's like kind of a cool outfit, I'm not like gussied up, but I look swaggy. I talk to more people than if I put in like hours of effort into my appearance. I'm putting on like some fuck ass like Manchester United soccer jersey and like a mini skirt and loafers. I'm talking to so many more people than if I'm in some like basic little outfit. And that, I think, is an indicator exactly of what you were talking about. Of you just gotta be a little swaggy with it.
100%. I think that acquiring swag is harder than just like buying a new face or body or whatever. You just need money to have that. So people are like, well, if I have money or if I find a way to do this thing, but swag is priceless.
Yeah.
Anybody can have it. It is individually curated. It is easier to access in the sense that anybody can have it, but it's harder because you have to have perspective.
You have to
have
earn
swag.
it. Yeah.
And it's like, I just feel like so many people have it wrong. They're looking at themselves and hyper criticizing, and they have this like long list of things to fix about themselves, when really it's like, no, you're actually fine right as you are right now. You need swag.
Yeah.
You need fucking experience. You need perspective. You need something. You need to know who you are. You need to have a better relationship with yourself.
Yes.
The reason why you are so boring is not because you are ugly. I can't. Like the reason why you don't feel like everyone is flocking to you and you are not, you know, if only your face looked like this random famous person, then you would have access to everything that you've ever wanted in the world. Or secret life hack. You were just a more interesting person who was in tune with themselves,
Yes.
had interesting things to add to the conversation, brought a unique style perspective to the function, showed up dressed as how you want. This is why one of my least favorite goddamn fucking questions is when people text in the group chat being like, what are we all wearing? Shut up! What are you gonna wear? Guess what? You're gonna wear whatever the fuck you want to wear, and I'm gonna wear whatever the fuck I want to wear. And I feel like this is something that was drilled in my head as a child watching my mother show up to our family dinners on Saturday nights in her fucking go-go boots and leopard mini skirt and bedazzled top from BB with her tits out. She didn't give a fuck. The rest of us were in sweatpants.
Yep.
Hillers, track and field, fucking whatever the hell else. We all showed up to dinner as children, dressed like children in sweatpants. And my mom was dressed like she was hitting the fucking club when we were going to an Italian family dinner on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and how she didn't care what the dress code was or if anybody else in the family was going to look that way. She dressed that way because that's how she liked to dress. That's what felt exciting to her. That's what felt inspiring to her. And that's how I have also moved through my life. And when people would text in college and be like, what are we all wearing for tonight? I'm always like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Wear whatever you want, and I'm going to wear whatever I want.
Yeah.
And I don't care if we're on the same level of effort or not. If I'm going super dressed up and you're not, we can be on different wavelengths. We don't need to be all, I don't need to give you the thumbs up for you to go high effort.
Yeah.
You should be able to just dress the way you want, present the way you up, the way you want, show up as you with your perspective and your style, your swag, your singular swag. And that is exciting enough. That is comfortable enough. That is a choice you make that you don't need other people's permission to make.
Yeah.
There's something about like, I mean, I guess it all goes back to needing to have your physical appearance or outward perception of who you are be like approved by other people, whether that is the friends that you are going out with or like society at large. And if the like larger audience of people, if we went around and surveyed everyone on the street, hey, do you think this person is hot as in fuckable? Like, do you want this person right now? And that's your measurement of like how cool and interesting you are. You need that approval from other people versus just having it within yourself.
Yeah.
You don't need the line of people telling you that you're so fucking hot and wanted. You just show up as you are. And you realize that when you do that, everyone is more drawn to you.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't. You guys have the fucking key right in front of you and you won't grab it and unlock the door.
Yeah.
It's boring.
It's so boring. The need, the rise of like skinny ED culture, all of this stuff, people getting Botox, all these comments that I'll see on TikTok of people being like, girl, you don't look 28, you look 47, blah, blah, blah. Young people are obsessed with age. I don't know what the fuck
TikTok
is up with
comments
that.
are crazy.
TikTok comments are crazy, and I do need to
It's a
every
different
once in a
world.
while like remind myself like these are literal children.
Totally.
What do you think you're going to get if you look this way? Like, what do you think you're going to get if you get the Botox, you get the filler, you get the whatever? Like, what will that give you that you don't have right now? I've been surprised by how many women in my life, like very casually will get like a little Botox thing or a lip filler or whatever. I never have, but also I'm like, I don't know, maybe I would get a little Botox like in my forehead or something. Who knows? But like, what do we think making these like crazy modifications to our bodies are going to do for us?
Right.
Because I'll say this, the thing that like unlocked that, like the thing that I was seeking, which was like more confidence in myself and like more self-acceptance, was first of all pretending that I already had it and then just like feeling that way.
Totally.
I actually had, this was so funny because I had like I went to a friend's birthday party the other night, different birthday party than the one where I turned into a gremlin. And I was talking to one of my friends and she kind of like made some sort of remark where she was like, yeah, I'm just like impressed with you because it seems like you actually like yourself. And I was like, I do.
Hey, yeah.
I do like myself.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where like that was not something I could say, I think even 5 years ago, and like has happened only within this past decade. But that is what unlocked all of that shit for me is like, the like self-acceptance that people are so unwilling to seek. And I think there is this like, there is such a warped perception of like how people quote unquote need to look perpetuated by like online beauty standards that just does not exist in real life.
Yeah.
Like some people do because their brains, it exists for some people because their brains are like rotted from the inside
but
out.
Also like, when you come across those people.
Yes.
Like the vibes are rancid.
The vibes
guys.
are crazy.
I can't tell
the vibes
you
are crazy.
how obvious it is when you come across someone like that.
The vibes are so crazy. And it's like, so when you go out into like real life and you're existing in the real world, you're like, oh, all of this shit that was like fed to me via the algorithm on TikTok or on Instagram, like doesn't exist, is not real. And people don't, a lot of people don't give a shit about that.
Totally.
Because we're thinking about other stuff. We have other stuff going
right,
on.
because you're fucking normal.
Right. And it's like, the me like acquiring like the quote unquote hotness that I was seeking so much when I was younger didn't happen when I like magically lost 75 pounds or something like that. It happened when I like figured out what my style was and figured out like who I
totally
am constantly trying to be.
Yeah.
Like that's when the hotness came.
I think this is it. So last week on the pod, I was talking about my critique of formerly fat people who come online and they talk about their experience being fat like they had a run-in with the fucking boogeyman. Dude. It was the spookiest, scariest thing that ever happened to them. They walked in a coffee shop and people spit on them and they gave them dirty looks and they ran in the opposite direction. Like they talk about their experience being fat like it was the craziest thing ever. And I'm like, okay, we can talk about, you didn't discover fat phobia right now. We know that exists and that some people are shittier to fat people for no other reason other than you live life in a bigger body. We know that exists. However, there's something about this like really overly dramatic retelling of what it was like to live life in a fat body that irks me as a fat person because that has not been my experience.
Yes.
I am fat and I am well loved.
Yep.
When people see me in public, they want to talk to me.
Yep.
They're interested by me.
Yep.
People want to get to know me. I'm well loved. I'm well celebrated. I'm well supported. Like I am well valued within the communities that I'm a part of. Me being fat has had no impact on these things.
Yeah.
But sometimes I want to look at those people where I'm like, hey, maybe people were really uninterested in getting to know you and they every time you entered the room they were like I don't really want to talk to them and walked away. But have you considered it's not because that you were fat? Have you considered it's because you're swagless and totally uninteresting?
It is really funny because the only conversations I've had with formerly fat people who have told me like, yeah, I was fat and it was so hard and everything was impossible and I get why it's hard for you because I was that way.
Yeah.
Are with some of the worst people I've ever interacted with.
I'm like, actually, that's not my experience.
And I'm like, okay, well,
I'm fat and have swag, so people love me.
Right. I'm like, I'm fat and actually pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, so guess what? I've never had that problem.
So I don't have that. Sounds like a skill issue.
Totally. Well, whenever people say shit like that, I'm like, okay. Well, that didn't happen to me.
Right. It literally is. It's so, because I'll have these thoughts sometimes too, where it's like, it's hard to kind of like pluck that little brain worm out of your brain of like the fat phobia of it all and whatever. What do I think it's going to get me that I don't already have?
Totally.
I'm about to live alone. Pretty exciting. In New York City, a place that I love, a home with friends that are abundant and love me, and I have like good sex with hot people and I'm happy and I have great friends and like can do whatever the fuck I want. What would being thin get me?
Right.
Oh, now finance bros are attracted to me?
Oh. I'm like, sorry, that's
the
terrifying.
nightmare. That's the nightmare. Sorry, that's the boogeyman.
No, literally it is.
Because also, and we've talked about this before, it's like I also do think in a lot of ways my fatness provides a certain protection.
It's an armor.
Yeah. It provides a certain protection where I'm like, I know that rancid, mediocre men aren't going to go for
do with me.
They want nothing to do with me.
The worst men on earth hate
Same,
me.
brother.
Right.
Same.
Completely.
The guys who hate me, ditto. I fucking hate your ass. So it's perfect because they don't even fucking talk to me.
Totally.
I don't have to worry about that.
The worst men on earth hate me.
It's awesome.
No, guys, huge news, actually.
It's fucking
Huge news,
awesome.
actually.
People don't think about that. And people don't consider that.
Completely.
That
my freshman year of college, I don't know if I've told you this story before.
Yeah.
But
sorry, I'm stretching out my knee
no,
because
please, by all means, stretch out.
Mango's such a little angel who also has some, she's got some heft to her.
Yeah, totally.
And I love her for it.
And well, now we can kind of be like the grandparents in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Can I just say something? It's actually all I've ever wanted to be.
So college, after the year after freshman year of college, living my life, being gorgeous and beautiful as I always have been. And I had taken some photos at the beach in a bikini with my sister. At some point that summer, I was up in Maine, posted them. I was driving my sister and one of her friends to get dinner. We were driving back with our food to go eat at the house. And as I was driving, my phone is like blowing up, 100 texts, because a boy that I went to high school with tweeted a screenshot of a Notes app paragraph that he had written to me. I remember because he tried to link the Wikipedia page for obesity in this Notes app screenshot as if it was clickable.
Can't do that, babe.
Totally can't do that.
Yeah.
On Twitter in the year 2016.
No.
What the hell was going on? But it was just this Notes app thing body shaming me a year after we had graduated. And his tweet had like a hefty amount of likes from people I went to high school with. And I feel like that was one of those moments where it's like, you always talk about things like that happening, but rarely do you have proof of it happening to you, where you're like, oh, we know bullying happens. And there are some people out there that will just like hate you and be nasty to you because of what your body looks like.
Yeah.
And this was like one of the most public examples of it. People did that to me all throughout high school and middle school growing up.
Yeah.
But here was an example of one of my classmates doing it to me a year after we graduated on a public platform, and had about 100 more of my classmates liking his tweet as if it was awesome. Really socked it to her.
Hey, what's his fucking deal?
Yeah.
Why does he care so much?
The best part of fucking about this is because at the time, it actually just fired me up. I was like, this is crazy. So I went home, and I told my therapist this story recently, and I was like, I don't know if I would do the same thing now. But what I did at the time was, we were driving home from Chipotle, and when I got home, I walked upstairs, put on the same bikini that was in the photos he was so mad about, and took selfies of myself in the bikini eating the Chipotle bowl. And just responded to him, and my tweet ended up going viral.
Yeah.
And my tweet had like thousands of likes on it.
Yeah.
And his was just likes from the people that I went to high school with that hated me for whatever godforsaken reason.
Right.
But the beautiful part about this was that even before that tweet, I thought that guy was such a fucking loser. So I was like, oh no.
Oh.
The worst person on earth doesn't like me?
No.
What am I gonna do? I'm like, I already thought you were a fucking swagless loser.
Yeah.
So guess what? You don't like me? That's all right, actually.
You don't like me? I don't think about you ever.
You know what? It's literally a year after graduation. And for
Yeah.
some reason, you were at home a year after graduating. He and I never talked in high school. I don't even think we had a class together. You were there a year after. He didn't even follow me. I'm like, I didn't follow any of the guys that I went to high school with. I unfriended all of them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, I had no connection to these people. We never talked. We didn't follow each other. You were lurking. You were looking at my shit to be like, oh my God, this fucking fat bitch likes herself. Ugh, how am I going to sleep at night? Maddie Drosbeck's wearing a bikini. Ugh, like I'm going to lose it. And you wrote this whole fucking paragraph to me. Someone who never talked to you, that you know nothing about, who didn't even follow you on fucking Twitter. You wrote this whole thing out to me as if I was going to give a fuck what you said about me.
Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I'm way off base here. Someone who's that pressed about someone being fat really resents that they're attracted to fat people. Sorry.
Plot twist.
What?
You're in love with me.
Like, what the fuck? What? Hey, what? Like, you know who I don't pay any attention to? People who I don't give a fuck about.
Totally.
Why does he care?
I don't know.
There's no reason for that person to care that much. You care that much. We don't
so
talk.
Funny though.
That is
I
so
still,
crazy.
Sometimes I'll remember that and I'll be like, what an insane thing to do on twitter.com.
No, that is like a plot from like a 2011 ABC
Completely.
Family show where
If you
I'm
were
like,
there, you were there.
I'm like, what sort of weird, like cartoonish villain are you?
I know.
Go to school. We're in college. Go to your Psych 101 class.
Right. Hey, dude.
What the fuck?
Get my name out of your group chat.
Go back to your IM soccer practice, bro.
Right, what the hell?
Stop talking to me.
Right. So funny.
That is so insane. It's so insane. No, it is crazy because it's like because I never had like, people were very covert with the way that they talked about like me and my body when I was younger. Like it was always very passive, could kind of be written off as like comments not about my body, but like they were for sure about my body. Like one person told me, I told them that I had like gone for a run in the morning and they were like, you don't run. And I was like, what?
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, James,
Gaslighting you. You didn't
you
run.
didn't run.
I'm like, oh my
Okay. And like people would always people love to this day, people love to be like, did you lose weight? You look amazing. They love to I had someone who's recently at my sister's baby shower say that to me. And
Why
I went,
do people still say things like that?
I went, I don't know. I'm this close. The next person who does this, I'm this close to going, you look amazing. Did you gain weight?
Yeah,
I'm
let's do
this close.
Let's do it.
I'm this close. This happened This happened like sorry, I'm inspecting my wounds. This happened a few months back, and like she didn't deserve this, and it had nothing to do with her. It just has everything to do with like my hatred of fat phobia. One of my aunts, like a couple years ago, was like said something of like, oh my God, like, does this dress make me look fat or something? And I was like walking by, didn't even stop. And I just went, yep. Kept walking, like took a sip from my drink. I was like, yeah, it does. And I just like kept walking. And I knew in that moment that was mean. It was not the right response, but I was like,
but you know what?
I'm like, what now?
Right. And
Does
what are we
it?
going to do about that?
Does it?
And
I don't know.
if it did, that would be a good thing coming from my mouth.
Yeah.
Do I look fat in this? Yes, queen.
Because I want
thank
to.
fucking God.
Because I want to.
Like, I've had enough.
Enough. It's like, and we've talked about this before too. It's like, it's so boring. Fat phobia is so boring. And you know what? The most swagless people are often fat phobic.
But it's like, sorry that you're so mad that I am fat with swag
Yeah.
and more people like me than you.
Yeah.
Sorry that you thought that being thin was your ticket into being well liked, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
And you see me being fat and well liked, and
Yeah.
you're like, ugh, why do people like her? This is so bad. She's fat. Ah! And you're like losing your goddamn mind because you thought that you couldn't do this.
Right.
You thought that you couldn't also have a completely neutral, happy relationship with yourself when you looked differently. You had to look one specific way. So looking at someone like me, I understand why it pisses you off.
Yeah.
I understand why I am such a goddamn trigger for people like that
Yeah.
who feel like they can only look one specific way, and to see me doing whatever the fuck I want to do
Yeah.
and being well liked while looking however the fuck I want to look and not caring about changing myself all the time, witnessing the kind of freedom that I'm experiencing. Yeah, I get why you must fucking hate me.
Yeah.
The problem is not that you are fat. The problem is not that you are ugly. The problem is that you are swagless.
Yeah.
And never forget that.
Amen.
I cannot. And you know what? This actually connects to what I was going to say my top of the pyramid for this month was.
Yeah.
Which is, and I've been saying this all summer, but being a bitch is my top of the month. And the reason why it's the top of the month for me this month, I'm going to try to redact as many details as possible here to anonymize what I'm about to tell you. But I was in a situation this summer
Okay.
where someone that I have known for a very long time,
I'm trying to figure out who it is.
they called me fat in an argument. And I had a field day. And when it happened, I was like, this is beautiful. Because this person used to call me fat when we were younger. And I have many memories of them doing so. And the difference now, when they use that word against me, is that I don't have the same relationship with the word fat than I did when we were kids.
Yeah.
And when I was kids and they would call me fat, it would be really hurtful to me. And they think it's going to hurt me now because their definition of the word fat, their relationship with the word fat is a negative one.
Yeah.
But mine isn't.
Yeah.
So when they called me fat, I took out my degree from Rage Baiting University and I was like, I'm going to ruin the night.
Yeah.
I'm going to ruin your night, motherfucker. You think you can use that word to ruin me? No shot. And I initiated the crash out of all crash outs. I have never seen someone crash out quite the way I witnessed this person crash out because of how I chose to retaliate to them calling me fat. And it was my highest joy of the entire summer.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because for months I've been talking about how I am ready to be a bitch back.
Yeah.
And when I was at Gov Ball and Luke overheard this older woman calling he and I fat and complaining that we were in the way. And Luke told me that. And I was like, what the fuck? I wish I overheard it. Like, I wish that I heard someone because it's been building in me. So when finally someone looked me in my face and called me fat as an insult, I was like, you've triggered something. You've unlocked a version of me that I've been saving for so many months.
Charlie, you've won.
I was like, I cannot wait to ruin your night.
Yeah.
And walk off laughing. And that's exactly what I did.
That is so brilliant.
I did not shed a tear. I did not feel any type of sadness or hurt. I was simply full of joy and whimsy that I could ruin someone's day who tried to ruin mine.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I really do feel like since being younger and having people, use the word fat against me and me getting upset about it and crying every single time because I'm a sensitive girl, may I remind you all. But I really do feel like I have been to Rage Baiting University since then. I've learned how to swap that, how to flip it. And the key is really to always being the calmer one.
Yeah. 100%.
The key to pissing someone off is always being the one who is calmer, who is smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
You just take the more easygoing approach, and I swear to fucking God, you can piss anybody off.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did.
That is so brilliant.
And that was the best thing that happened to me all summer.
I think it's so important to bully people who deserve it. I think I actually do believe that it is so important.
Oh, I love bullying bullies.
I love to bully bullies. I love to be like, you're a fucking loser.
Hey, actually.
So often calling people losers that'll do it.
Totally.
Because that they know that they are.
Completely. And I'm like, you go out of your way to try to make me feel worse about myself. That is never a competition you're going to win with me.
No.
You want to play the who can be a bigger cunt competition?
Yeah.
Guess who's going to win?
Yeah.
Don't try it. Because it's brewing inside of me.
Yeah.
I'm holding it in.
Right.
Just for you.
And it won't. I never do that unprovoked.
No, that's a retaliation tactic.
100%. Yeah. I'm never like going. And again, that's all because the only time I'm using this tactic is to retaliate against someone who's being a dick to me. I don't go out and do this because I'm not swagless.
Right, exactly.
It all circles back to it.
It all circles back. If you had swag, you wouldn't feel the need to
We wouldn't have this problem here now,
attack
would we?
those who do have swag
Right.
for having swag.
Right. It's all coming from a place of lack.
Yeah.
It's a lack mindset.
Completely. Come on, girl.
Come on.
Get with the program,
Live in
sister.
abundance. Live in an abundance of swag like we do.
Live in an abundance of swag.
Sometimes you can tell that someone's never been punched
Yeah, totally.
because of the way that they're acting, because they think they can do anything.
Some people do.
Some people do. And you've always said that.
No, literally. And I've always said that.
Very good. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I like that laugh.
I like that laugh.
All right, should we venture into the Meg seg?
Shall we?
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
I know I kind of gave you a little taste
Of
my
top
top
of the
of the pyramid.
Do we want to do?
If we want to start there.
do we want to do pyramid?
Let's do pyramid.
Okay. Welcome to want to be on top.
Welcome to Wanna Be on Top, everybody.
And this is the segment where we talk about what's on top of our Abby Lee Dance Company pyramid
Yep.
for this month, for this summer. We're also
Totally.
rounding out the summer season, so
Summer
I feel
in
like
review.
so we could do a summer in review. Yeah.
Being a bitch, number 1 on mine.
Okay. I love that.
Number 2 on mine, top of the pyramid, is actually natural wine.
Love that.
Loving a natural wine these days. I'm just a wine girl at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking, as I'm watching Vanderpump, actually, and like seeing when they go to the bars what people order. And I feel this way about myself whenever I go to a bar too. But like, I'm such a wine girl that sometimes when I go to bars, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm ordering.
Yeah.
Like, I like need a cocktail list, or I don't know what's going on because I don't have a go-to drink if it's not wine.
Totally.
And some of these like grungier bars, it's not like they don't have a wine list. They'll have like a 1 white wine, 1 red wine. And I'm like, I don't know if I want that if I'm going to a bar like that. I really need to get better at like having a like classic cocktail of choice. I don't really like beer that much unless it's like a sour or a cider.
Yeah.
I know people love a dive bar. I love a cocktail list though. I love when they tell me exactly what I'm going to get. Making me guess what they're going to have available to me, what the ingredients they have behind the bar. It's like the equivalent of the IRS expecting me to guess how much money I owe in taxes. I'm like, can you just tell me what you have back there?
I think you're overthinking it. I hate to say it. Usually I'm 100%
behind the
board. Usually I am 100% on board with you. I think you're overthinking this one. But that said, I support your choice to love natural wine because
Yes.
I love a chilled red. I
Chilled red
think
is awesome.
actually the way that you feel about cocktails is the way that I feel about wine. Is I to this day don't understand it. I don't get the notes thing. I don't understand.
Okay.
Feel very confused by it.
I
I like
went-
chilled red. End of story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I went to a restaurant recently, which this is almost veering us into Disney Channel's Pass the Plate.
Oh my God. It's just amazing when these segments can kind
Everything
of cross
combines.
over. Yeah.
I went to a restaurant recently in like the Park Slope area where they did not have a regular wine list. They had an emotional wine list in which
Now, what's all this?
I loved this.
What's all this then?
They basically gave you a wheel with 2 arrows on it, and one was for the color and another was for an emotion.
Okay.
And they had like hundreds of wines in there. And so I ordered an introspective white wine. And they gave me back one of the best wines I've ever drank in my entire goddamn life. I was like, this is crazy, you guys. I asked him to bring me the bottle so I could take a picture of it because I'm not kidding. It's the best wine I've ever drank in my life. But there was something about that moment that I was like, yeah, I'm liking this like vibe curation of wine drinking that's happening here. It's like you heard the typical like, oh, I want like a dry wine with these notes and rah, rah, rah. No. Give me an introspective white wine. I was like, no, this is awesome. I'm all in.
I'm so glad that it worked out well. That is some of the most like Park Slope bullshit I've ever heard in my entire life. Would you guys like to see our emotional wine list tonight?
I loved it. I literally loved it. But you know what? It also worked on me because I think from what I gathered and what I was told was that it's like a small, like authentic, family-owned Sicilian restaurant. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I'm like, these people know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They came straight from over there.
Yeah.
This isn't like some random white people in Park Slope who were like, here's the emotional wine.
Yeah.
These are like some Italian people who are like, you guys don't know what you want.
Yeah.
So just give me the vibe and I'll pick the wine for you.
I actually do feel better knowing that they're Sicilian.
Yeah.
I was off board. I'm back now on board knowing that they're Sicilian. That makes me feel a lot better because yeah, Italians would do some of that bullshit. And I can say that because I'm Italian, but they would be like, oh no, you must try an introspective white wine.
Hold on, let me get the name of this place so you guys can go order yourself an introspective white as well.
That was actually my nickname in high school. Introspective white.
I'm not kidding though. It literally like was the best wine I've ever drank in my life. I took a picture of the bottle.
I love that.
Now I'm on a hunt for it. I looked it up online. It's literally fucking sold out everywhere. Or the places where it's in stock, they can't ship to New York State for some reason.
That is wild.
Terre. Terre.
Terre. Okay.
In Park Slope. It was awesome. If anyone wants an introspective white wine, hit it up.
Hit it up.
That's another top of the month for me.
Yeah. Top. You keep saying it's top of the pyramid.
Top of the pyramid of the month.
Of the month. Top of the pyramid of the month.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me get my branding right.
Yeah. Sorry. These are actually pretty important.
These are huge.
We're going to trademark them. We're in the process.
Top of the pyramid, and no one's ever done a pyramid.
No one has ever done a pyramid to rank. Yeah.
So 2 things at the top of the pyramid for me this month: being a bitch, and introspective white wine.
I love that.
And right now I'm drinking mischievous red.
Oh. And that's my nickname now. I can be all of it. Yes, dude. Okay, I love that. Is anything on the bottom of the pyramid?
Bottom of the pyramid. Okay. This is crazy, actually.
Okay.
Bottom of the pyramid for me is there is an apartment in Bushwick that every time I walk past it, there is like 50 fucking pigeons trying to get in the window. And they like have their windows open a crack and there's like 50 pigeons like right at the window. And the first time I noticed them, I was like, is there someone dead in there?
Yeah.
Like, why are all these pigeons? It's like 50. I'm not even kidding. 50 fucking pigeons trying to get in this apartment via the window.
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody must be dead in there.
Yeah. Like, should I make like a distress call?
But I go back every time I walk past that apartment. It's the same vibe. Like, there's 100 pigeons trying to get in through the window. And funny enough, I was on Reddit the other day and somebody posted on the Bushwick subreddit being like, what the fuck is happening in this apartment?
No way.
Like, why is there 100 pigeons trying to bust in?
Oh my God.
And I was like, no, I've been thinking the same thing. People on the Reddit said that it's always been like that, and they think that the person who lives in that apartment feeds them and or those are their pigeons because people in New York like to take pigeons in as their own.
Yeah. And
so upon learning that, I was like, okay, huge that nobody's dead in there.
Right.
And also
good.
Hating the dark-sided energy of that apartment every time I walk past it, and there's like fucking 100 pigeons trying to bust in like they are, you know, in line at the club just dying to get through the front door.
Did you ever watch Hey Arnold as a kid?
Yes.
Do you remember the Pigeon Man?
Yes.
who had all the pigeons?
That's totally the same energy.
This is
Maybe
like-
this is why it's dark-sided to me.
Yeah, because the pigeon man was like kind of a sad guy.
Like when I first noticed the pigeons, I felt like I was stumbling upon something truly sinister. And if I just waited a couple hours on Citizen, there was going to be like an alert that a corpse was found rotting.
Do pigeons go for corpses?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just, when I saw that amount, I'm like, why on God's green earth are they targeting that one apartment?
Yeah. There's something to that.
So
Interesting.
that's the bottom of the pyramid for me.
I understand. I do think that Community is really beautiful though, and I really do get a kick out of the fact that someone posted in the Bushwick subreddit about that. Was like, anyone else noticing all these fucking
And I was
pigeons?
like, it was so funny because
and you were like, and that you were like,
I was like,
yes,
dude, me too. I've also been thinking that.
I love that. Neighborhoods are so gorgeous. I love neighborhood drama like that.
But I love that other people could give me an answer quickly, where other people who have walked past that building for longer than I have were like, oh, it's always like that.
Yeah.
Someone there is totally feeding them. And I was like, okay, great. So no one died.
Yeah, so at least we have our answer.
Right.
At least we have something. No, it is. I love like little neighborhood quirks like that. Like my roommates and I have recently been talking because recently next door, we think that this is like a new guy who moved into the building who there's kind of like a front like patio outside of the apartment that's right next to us. And he's constructed a sort of tent outside in like this front patio. And he sits outside all day listening to like top 40 pop songs. He's like a 60-year-old man drinking Coronas. And he'll just be like singing along to Maroon 5.
Loving that.
And we all kind of...
I'm at a payphone trying to go home.
Literally, that is what was playing the other day. It played 3 times. Payphone played over the course of one single day. And
maybe the worst Maroon 5 song.
So bad. And can I just say, as someone who recently came around to a couple Maroon 5 songs from their early days, they fell off.
Oh, they
man.
totally did.
There were some songs on their early albums that kind of ripped.
Totally.
Yeah, but Payphone
something
is not one of
happened
them.
to them in like 2011.
Yeah.
And it was not good.
Yeah.
Except for Moves Like Jagger. I'll excuse that one.
You'll
Sorry.
excuse Moves Like Jagger?
Sorry, I will.
Yo, I won't. Moves Like Jagger, you are not excused. No.
Yeah, come on. Maybe it was just that summer. That was the same summer as Cobra Starship, You Make Me Feel Like. Feel
Okay.
so. You make me feel so. Dun, 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 dun.
I think I'm realizing we have different tastes maybe in music.
Listen, this was
And that's okay.
this was the era of music video YouTube. Those songs were huge for jump cut music videos.
Right.
My shooters know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Shoot or shoot.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, so we all noticed this old man sitting outside, and I noticed him, and I kind of thought he was like a friend to my like super who lives in the apartment. And I was like, maybe he's just like hanging out there for the week or whatever. But he stuck around, and the other day we all kind of had a moment where I was like, so you guys noticed that guy outside? And my roommates were like, yeah, the new guy. They were like, we think he moved in maybe sometime, but he's always out there sipping on like, he always has like 2 or 3 Coronas open. They're like all half drank.
Why not? Dude, and I totally
And
get
I
that.
kinda love
Because
that.
once it gets lukewarm, get it out of here.
No, get it out.
I want nothing to do with a warm beverage.
I kind of want to vibe out with him. I've tried saying hi a couple times, but he's kind of in his own little world, you know. He's always got his wraparound sunglasses on too. So I'm like, you know, we'll catch each other next time. Next time, I'm at a payphone. I love it. He knew all the words to Man Child the other day. I was like, okay,
good for him.
Also, the Sabrina album, something we haven't talked about, but probably should.
Honestly, I haven't listened to it yet.
I like it.
I need to listen to it.
I've seen mixed reviews online, but I like
I
it.
don't know. I'm over all of that discourse about her.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey,
I think it's fun.
hey guys, don't care. You want this little splash?
Yeah, I do. I like it. I think it's fun. I like her vibe. I think it's fun.
Yeah, you know what? I'm all into.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Okay. Are there any other rankings for your pyramid?
Those are really my tops and bottoms.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
What about you?
Top of the pyramid, this month is going on little side quests.
Okay.
I just started a new job recently where I'm working at a university doing social media, and as a result I have to like go to different events and like capture content and whatever. And Saturday I went to an event, and it's a university, right? So it's like it kind of ranges from everything of like art shows to like this lecture or whatever. But the other day I went to something called a heat walk where
Right. Yes, famously everyone knows what those are, including me.
It's one of New York's patented heat walks. I kept telling my friends that I was going on a heat walk, and they were like, we don't know what that is, and you're also not explaining it to us. And
I
was like,
sounds terrible.
It's okay. It did sound kind of like my nightmare. I did just start this job, so I was like, yeah, of course, I'll do that.
Walk.
I love doing that.
Like, that sounds like, who wanna be sweaty for an undisclosed amount of time?
Right. And I was like, okay, this sounds like indescribable pain, but also like I will go do this.
Yeah.
But Saturday, it was breezy and like 73 degrees out. It was great. And what it ended up being was me with like 6 other academics and walking, but it was like 3 square blocks from like McGorlick Park in Greenpoint to, there's this thing called the Industrial Business Zone in Greenpoint that's like 3 blocks away from this little park that's a little bit north of McCarran. And then walking back to McGorlick Park and just noticing how basically urban infrastructure affects climate and microclimate as you're walking.
Okay, I was literally going to say, is it called a heat walk? Because it's like, picture a heat map, and it's like you got these pockets and you're just like circling a 3-block radius, and like if you were looking, it's just like a
kind of
enclosed place, and so it's like this is the hot part of the map.
A little bit, yes. It was basically walking to like show how much microclimates can change over the course of like 3 blocks.
Interesting.
And it was really fascinating because number one, I had never been to McGorlick Park before. I was like, what the hell is this place? It was beautiful and quiet and not crowded like McCarran can get. Mm-hmm. And then we walked like into the industrial business zone where there's all of this like, you know, business, very like as it is named, it's very industrial. There's like no shade, whatever. So it like got hotter, and we would measure like the temperature and whatever. Anyway, I'm interacting with all these people that I would never talk to at any other point in my life. But because I'm like doing this like random little side quest, I basically just like went on a nice little walk for like 2 hours and learned about the city. Fun. And I was like, this rocks. I was like, this is so fun and so interesting. And I'm like talking to people who have such different interests than I do, and like just having a nice time interacting with new people and like brushing up on like my social interacting skills, which I think is important. And it was so just like kind of silly and random and like a blast. And I was like, this is sick. Like that,
loving that
my job like entails these little random things that I think also part of why I was excited about this job too is because like it kind of directly involves me in like a community that I live in. Yeah. And so to be able to learn from people who are like really passionate about like city and infrastructure and how that affects like livability and sustainability in our environment and in New York City was like so cool and so interesting. And I was like, this is sick. So random little side quests. And that is exactly how I thought of it, is I was like, this is a side quest and kind of my overall adventure that I'm going on today.
That's awesome.
And it was so fun. And I loved it.
Okay, I love that.
So that rocked.
Okay, understand why it's called a heat walk now.
Yeah.
But as someone who hates the word heat, maybe we need a rebrand.
I was really scared. I was really scared before I knew what everything entailed.
Even if you called it a climate walk, you would have me.
Yeah.
Heat walk makes me feel like I'm going to be having not a good time.
Heat walk, I was a little scared. When I did learn that it was in fact 3 square blocks that we were walking,
I was like, okay,
I went,
you know what? That's
fine.
okay.
I was like, that's totally cool. I'm down with that. But yes, heat walk could maybe use a rebrand. Yeah. That's all right. But no, it was super fun. And I was like, this is great. And I think that I it's so easy to just like get in a routine,
Yeah.
you know, and be like, well, this is the grocery store that I go to, and this is like where I pick up my laundry from, and this is blah, blah, blah. And these are like the restaurants that I go to, and these are the parks that I go to. But to kind of fit in just little random like activities, I think is something that I want to try to do more of, because I just like had such a pleasant time doing this thing the other day.
Yeah.
And yeah, like learning, I was like, this is sick. So side quests at the top of my pyramid.
I'm loving a side quest.
Love a side quest.
When you first said side quest, my mind was like, we're bringing back geocaching. Like,
you know what? It kind of
And you
had
know
that vibe a little bit.
fuck it.
Where it was like random people with particular niche interests, and we were like walking around.
Yeah.
It was kind of Pokemon Go.
I was just having this conversation the other day because I was talking with someone about the scavenger hunt that Zoran did.
Yes.
I was out of town for a wedding when that scavenger hunt happened.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, that's so fun. Like,
Yeah.
I would have loved to have done that if I was here.
Yeah.
And we were like, it's bringing back like the spirit of geocaching.
Yes.
And I'm like, I think we need more opportunities for that. Like going out on the town
Yep.
with like an objective for a scavenger hunt or
Yep.
some kind of like, I don't know, just like a mini activity you have to do for the day.
Yeah. I think doing day activities is like
huge.
big. Doing like a little day activity, I think
Especially
is great.
now that the temperature is like so good.
Oh, it's just been heater after heater after
It's like
heater.
awesome.
It's
Literally
unreal.
on Saturday, I sat on my roof. We went to a movie, and then we sat on my roof, drank an entire bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Then we walked to a wine bar, got a carafe of wine.
Yeah.
Then we walked to dinner, got dinner outside. It was
Yeah.
like the best day ever, me
Yeah.
and Jordan.
Yeah.
I was like, and literally today couldn't have gone any better if I literally thought it up in my brain.
Yeah.
Like, this is the dream day.
Perfect day. That was exactly how I was, again, after my heat walk on Saturday. I was like, this is the perfect day. I texted one of my friends. I was like, do you want to meet up in like Long Island City and like get a beer? And he was like, sure. Met up with him and his girlfriend in Long Island City, had a beer. I was like, this is great. I was walking everywhere. I was like, it's so gorgeous out. I just want to be outside and keep being outside. Just love it. Really, really love it. Love a side quest.
I know.
I think it's so fun.
I loved when people started saying that allegedly this year it's going to start getting cool in New York in October. They said that winter was going to start early this year. I've been hearing. And if that's true, I'm going to cream my fucking jeans. Like, no joke.
I'm sliding off this fucking couch right now. Holy shit.
I know.
Yeah. I would lose my
People were
goddamn
saying that,
mind.
which honestly I believe it because it's already starting to
already
get
been
cooler
cool.
now. And you like the past couple years, it's been hot as fuck till the end of September.
Oh, it's been
Now we're
hot through October.
Right. I know. And right now it's like we're recording this on September 1.
Yeah.
And it's a
little cool
this weekend.
I've been going this is what's been quite shocking to me is I've been going out like when I go to the subway, I'm not like dripping sweat.
Totally.
I'm still a little sweaty, but I'm not dripping.
You know what? Progress.
That is progress. That is progress. Yeah, so side quest, top of the pyramid.
Could be good. I'm saying here's my problem with life in general.
Go
is
on.
that I'm like, I would love to do a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
But I think the only way I can do that is I plan a scavenger hunt, which means that I can't participate in the scavenger hunt.
Right. Well, if my university does a scavenger hunt, I will let you know.
Let me know because I would like to go.
Yeah.
But I might still plan a scavenger hunt
I think that could be really fun.
because I think it could be fun for lots of other people.
We've kind of lost the art of a scavenger hunt, I feel.
know. Like we used to go to the malls
Yeah.
and do like a scavenger hunt. We had to get signatures from random fucking like stores.
Yeah.
Or like collect like a sample from this place. And then,
now that really only exists in like bachelorette parties.
I know. But then seeing the scavenger hunt that Zoran did, I was like, you know what? We could totally fuck up a citywide scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Because it's really just like a little walk with prizes.
Totally.
That's what a scavenger hunt
and
is.
I love that.
Yeah.
No,
I love a little walk with
I
gifts.
could totally organize a scavenger hunt.
Yeah. That would eat. I'd go. That's the top of my pyramid. In the middle of my pyramid, still quite towards the top, is the 2015 romantic comedy Sleeping with Other People, starring
Okay.
Jason Sudeikis and Allison Brie.
I never saw it.
It is, you should watch it tonight.
Okay.
It is the perfect romantic comedy. I do believe that it's like a slightly edgier When Harry Met Sally.
Okay. You're selling me because When Harry Met Sally is in my top 4.
Well, When Harry Met Sally is, I do believe, the best rom-com of all time.
Completely.
Yeah. I could watch that movie, I think, every single day and
It's
like
so
not
good.
grow tired of it.
I'm going to rewatch it the first day that it feels like, oh, it's fall.
Me too. That's my plan as
it's
well.
fall.
That is my plan as well.
Should we do it together?
Yes. That was really beautiful. Yeah, I would love that. Oh my God, we can watch it in my new apartment.
Let's do it.
Yes.
That would be so fun.
Yeah, it could be major. That'd
Okay,
be
loving
huge.
that. And we could cook a nice fall-inspired dinner together.
Yes, we could.
And have a bottle of wine.
Yeah, because I'm about to buy a Dutch oven, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. Yes. 6 quarts. That's like literally exactly how I felt this entire week. Going online and being like a Cuisinart 11 pan set. Let's go. So excited. For like, this is what is it's thrilling to me.
Completely.
Oh my God, I'm picking out paint colors for my apartment.
Yeah.
My sister.
Okay, which colors are you going?
Thank you so much for asking. Oh, and also at the top of my pyramid is like me fucking getting to decorate my whole apartment myself.
Come on. Honestly, top of my pyramid too, and I've lived here for almost fucking 5 years. I've been redoing my living room, and I'm having the best time of my life.
And it looks fucking great.
Thank you so much.
And I literally have had, I keep having this thing happen where I'm like, I don't know, like, should I get this? Should I get this? And I'm like, I want it. And it's my apartment.
So why not?
So
and I don't have to
I'm gonna
ask
get it.
anybody if they like it or not.
So excited. This is kind of what I'm thinking tonally. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad you asked. I do want to do, only because I have furniture that I do think I am going to want to like swap out some pieces. Like I do think eventually, I've become recently addicted to the idea of getting a brown velvet couch.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, to
Listen,
me that is,
I love a velvet couch.
yeah, brown velvet couch, that's sexy to me. That is a sexy couch. So I don't want to choose necessarily like a really bold paint color for like my living room or anything, but I don't want it to be like stark white. I'm going to go with like a soft kind of creamy white, a soft chamois from Benjamin Moore, in case anyone was interested. But what's going to be a little fun about it is that on the trim, because there's crown molding on the and the
Gorge
baseboards, whatever, I'm going to paint it a little like a berry red. Yeah.
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 Oh, I love that.
Like the baseboards and the trim will be like a little berry red.
Are you doing it yourself?
Gonna do it myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you need help, I'm
Okay.
always down to help paint.
Okay. Because the apartment is beautiful. The colors that these previous tenants did select are not exactly my colors. The bedroom is a kind of bright yellow. And then the living room is a sort of like springy green. Mm-hmm. Not bad, but it's just not really like it doesn't go with any furniture that I have. So, and they lived in it for 5 years. So it's like there's scuff marks, there's whatever. I'm like, I could use a fresh coat of paint. So it will. Yeah. I'm going to get peel and stick tiles for the kitchen.
Okay, loving
and the
that.
bathroom. It's going to look so good.
I know.
The lamps that I'm going to get.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to get an all ceramic lamp.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Candles.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited.
Yeah. It's going to be major.
Oh, it's going to be so fun.
It's going to be so fucking major.
And I love the interior style that I've seen from you
Thank
in the spaces
you.
that you've shared. I have loved.
Thank you.
So, I am very excited to see what you cook up in your own space.
I'm really, really pumped. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be really good. I'm very excited. I've been debating like showing that progress online. And I think I will.
You should.
Yeah, I think I will. It's not really like my content that I usually do, but I'm like,
But why not?
whatever, fuck it.
It's also just like fun to document for yourself.
Yeah.
To like look back
It's
on
such a
the
particular
progress you've
era.
made.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm very excited. So
I'm so
that's
excited
for sure at the top of my pyramid.
Of course.
Then of course it's the romantic comedy Sleeping with Other People starring Jason Sudeikis and Allison Brie. It's a perfect movie. I do think that people should watch it. It's so good. It's like hot, but also really sweet, and I think very...
Is this E&M propaganda or no?
No.
Okay.
Oh my God. I would never.
I just saw Splitsville, so that was top of my head.
I've never seen Splitsville.
Splitsville is out in theaters right now.
Oh, the one with Dakota Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I actually did like it.
liked
I
it?
hate Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
So that's
I struggle
saying a
with
lot.
her
I
acting.
think she's a terrible actress.
Yeah.
But I did like this movie. I thought it was funny.
Okay, I love that. Incredible. I'll have to watch. This is not E&M propaganda. This is about that. The premise is that Alison Brie and Jason Sudeikis are sex addicts.
Okay.
Who like become friends and basically realize like they're like, oh well, like this friendship is like meaningful to us, so like we shouldn't have sex with each other. So their whole thing is that like they don't have sex with each other in this movie, and then you can predict perhaps what happens in the film.
I couldn't ever predict.
But
what
it's
do you mean?
so good. Alison Brie and Jason Sudeikis have this like beautiful chemistry with one another. Jason Sudeikis to me is like such a sexy man.
He is.
There's something about him. He has swag.
For sure.
Jason Sudeikis has swag. Yes. And there's like an earnestness to him and to like the performance that he has. Anyway, I rewatched it for the first time in a long time last night. Cried my eyes out. Beautiful.
Love it.
For some
you know
reason.
What? And I know that you're anti this, but Meg, I would love to get your ass on Letterboxd.
Maddie, and I know you want me on Letterboxd.
And I know that you don't want to be there, but I want you there.
And I know
I
you want me on
you
Letterboxd.
there, Meg. I want to know what's inside your brain.
I struggle. I'll tell you. I'll text you. I can text you my reviews of the movies that I watched.
But what if you just watched a movie and you went on Letterboxd and you wrote a letter to me on Letterboxd?
What if I just text you?
But Letterboxd is my favorite social media profile, so I'm trying to get more people over there because I'm like, this one is awesome, you guys.
I really struggle. This is where you and I differ.
I know.
These are where our roads diverged. Is I really struggle with categorizing stuff and digitizing it and labeling things and organizing stuff. I don't do it. I'm like, yeah, I think I saw that movie.
That's so crazy to me. Like that is really, it's quite perplexing to me because my brain is so like bling, 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 bling.
Yeah.
Like I imagine like a factory where things are being made and it's like dun, dun, dun. It's like just things going exactly where they're meant to go.
Yeah, I'll never forget
information being passed down.
I will never forget when you revealed that you had made an Excel spreadsheet with all of your friends in it and logged the last time you saw them and what you guys did so you could keep track of when to reach out to people to make sure that you were spending enough quality time with your friends. You shared that at a time when like
fuck it, I did do
that. we were like still becoming friends, I think, when you shared that with me. So I didn't respond in the way that my natural response was, which was, hey, what?
But to me, like that was my way of being like, I want to make sure that I am managing my time properly. And I have all these people that I love and I want to make sure that they are all being loved properly.
And I think that that's so beautiful.
That's just how my brain is.
I do maintain that there will be one day where I can type in maddiedrosbeck.com and I will get plugged into your brain that has been digitally uploaded onto the internet, categorized everything, and I can like move through your neurons in a computer.
I just need to be able to look at it. I think I'm a visual learner.
Yes.
Something about writing things down and moving things around so I can be like, okay.
Yeah.
And there it is. And
Yeah.
I'm like, boom.
Yeah.
It's all about the visuals for me.
I get it. I mean, I don't, but I understand your... I will start sending you handwritten letters where at the end of it, I'll say... Okay. And for that reason, I give Sleeping with Other People 4 stars.
I'm going to put them all in my fridge. So
just covered in letters. Okay. I watched Set It Up for the 12th time again last night.
I get a quill that I can dip in ink to send you letters back. Thank you so much for sending me your lovely, thoughtful review of Set It Up. I have never seen such movie, but I do believe that hunk of a man, what's his face, is in it.
Glenn Powell.
Yes, that hunk.
Have you never seen Set It Up?
I've never seen Set It Up.
Oh, Maddie, you would love it. I don't want to overhype it because I actually don't think it's that good of a romantic comedy.
No, but I think you could for me specifically because I do really appreciate like a good rom-com.
Yeah.
Like I just saw Splitsville, which objectively it probably wasn't like one of the better movies I've seen. This I don't know, it probably was because this movie's been shit for movies.
Yeah,
but like
it has.
in general, I don't know if I would be like, this one's fucking amazing. But for rom-coms matter deeply to me.
Me too.
I gave Splitsville a 4.
Okay.
And Jordan, who I saw it with, I believe she gave it a 3. So
Okay.
it was like Jordan gave it a 3, I gave it a 4, but I give it a 4 because I love a solid rom-com. And I
too.
felt like Splitsville achieved exactly what it set out to achieve.
Okay.
Was it profound? No, but it didn't need to be. It was a rom-com. It set out to do exactly what the rom-com business was. 4 stars, loved it. So I feel like when people overhype rom-coms to me, it's still going to hit because my standards for rom-coms are just different than like a standard movie.
Yeah.
What it's attempting to be matters to me.
Yeah.
I'm like judging based off of what it's attempting versus like how profound it is in comparison to other movies.
Yeah, like I'm not judging Arrival in the same way that I'm judging
Completely.
When Harry Met Sally.
Different vibes. Except you know what? When Harry Met Sally is better than all
I
of those
actually
movies.
do think that When Harry Met Sally is it not
So
only
good.
manages to be it's the perfect romantic comedy, but it is also a perfect film.
It
like
is.
it is shot
When
beautifully.
Harry Met Sally is like a cut above the rest
Yes.
when it comes to rom-coms.
Yes, it is so unreal good.
Yeah.
And at the same time manages to just be like a movie that is they're all just talking all the time.
Yeah.
They're constantly talking. Nothing is really happening, but things are happening.
Totally.
And it's beautifully shot and it's a great film.
Completely.
Yeah.
One that I would maybe use as an example is like Notting Hill, where I also love Notting Hill.
Me as well.
I think it's a 4.5 for me, not a 5. Like
Yeah.
I can find some things that I would tweak about it.
Yep.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'd watch it again and I could consider it a 5 this time. But
Maybe.
last time I watched it, I gave it a 4.5.
I don't know. Hugh Grant
But-
is pretty sexy.
I love Notting Hill.
Yeah.
Though. So I'm like, I don't know, movies similar-ish to that vibe where it's like, it's not a perfect movie.
Yeah.
The way that When Harry Met Sally absolutely is.
Yes.
But it's still like, this is a damn good fucking rom-com.
Top of the Pyramid kind of at the end of the month. Again, is Sleeping with Other People starring Jason Sudeikis and Alison Brie. And then at the bottom of the pyramid is Being Rude.
So true. Being a bitch on the top, being rude on the bottom.
Being a bitch on the top, being rude on the bottom, and those are two very different things.
Completely.
They are completely different. Side quests, sleeping with other people,
Yeah.
being rude. And that's my pyramid.
Period.
Period on the pyramid.
Let's fucking go.
This is the period pyramid.
And you know what? I love that whenever you come on the podcast, we sit here and effortlessly talk for like 2 fucking hours.
I did just say to you that we had been recording for,
And you know what?
2.5 hours.
In my head, before you got here, I was like, we're going to do a quick hour. We're going to do a quick hour. We're going to hop right on over to the Patreon.
Yeah.
And we're going to call it.
Yep.
That's not what happened at all.
No.
It never does.
I don't think we have that.
I have too much to say to you.
We could. There maybe there's a world where we like try to do that as like a challenge for
Right.
us.
1 hour.
That
See
like
what
is actually
happens.
really scary to me. There's just so much to talk about.
Always.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to hear me and Meg continue on, we will be continuing this conversation over on the Patreon.
Absolutely.
If you haven't gotten enough out of this 2-hour podcast, we will be continuing over on the Patreon. Meg, is there anything you'd like to plug?
As always, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Meg Ruocco, RUOCCO. You can follow my Substack where I sometimes write stuff. Haven't for a minute, but sometimes I do. It's called What Are You Up To? And what else do I want to plug? Manners.
Oh, yeah. And we will be getting into that over on the page.
Absolutely.
So we will see you over there. Love you so much.
Illy.
Thanks for hanging at the sleepover. See you next week.
Bye.